again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of TVU Sports. On today's program, we're going to travel south to the great community of High River, Alberta. It's about 30 minutes south of Calgary, and we're going to catch up with the co-chairman of the Guy Weedick Chuckwagon Championships, which is the fourth leg of the World Pro Chuckwagon Tour each and every spring. Welcome to the program this week, Blake Willard, who is the co-chairman, and this is actually the second time in the last 7 years that the chuckwagon races in High River have been canceled.
Well, yeah, that's 2 times in 7 years. Like you say, 2013 was the big flood that High River had, which was, the good Lord decided to make the weather that year. And this year, of course, is something different, but it's certainly forces beyond our control. They're very disappointed, both the organizers and the fans and the volunteers, all chomping at the bit to go again this year. And of course, as you see, no chuckwagon races, no Guy Weedick rodeo, no wagon races. And of course, that's been all the way across the country here. In wagon racing and rodeo has all been canceled. So very disappointing to everyone.
Organizing and planning a 4-day competition takes a lot of time leading up to the public performances. As co-chairman, you certainly have to know any too well how much effort goes into getting the High River Rodeo and Chuckwagon grounds and the shows all put together. Blake, tell us a little bit about the planning that you guys have done even before those gates open each year.
Well, basically it starts even before the show, like a year in advance before the rodeo is taking place. We're already planning the next year. As far as track preparation is concerned, Buddy Bensmiller is the guy that gives us the direction for prepping the track and maintaining it and grooming it. He's the ultimate guy, go-to guy, as well as anything he says goes. If it's safe, if it's unsafe, he's the one. I mean, it's our families that are out there racing, so we want to make sure it's safe for everybody, including man and beast.
When changes started to evolve in early March due to the COVID-19 virus, and your committee's thinking was, would we still be able to run, I'm sure, because they were looking at Saskatoon, Medicine Hat, and of course the first show of the year, Grand Prairie, and even High River still didn't know at that time. What went through you guys' minds?
Well, it pretty much, everything hinged on what the Stampede was going to do, and the WPCA, of course, are tied to that so directly, and the CPCA. So when there was no Stampede, and that one being further down the road than, say, Ponoka or Medicine Hat and High River, they were canceling the Stampede already. There's a lot of organizing that has to be done in order to make this go. And the biggest thing there was, if they had it all organized and ready to go, and then it got canceled, well, it'd be even harder to do that and harder to take. There'd be another huge monetary loss there as well.
Looking back to the days and even the months following that massive 2013 flood damage, certainly must have been a huge undertaking for your group to get the racetrack, the rodeo grounds, and all of the exhibition area and stands all ready and safe and suitable to host the fans back into the park by the spring of 2014, Blake.
Actually, the fairgrounds and that were all pretty much salvaged. It was still high ground there. They were lucky enough that it didn't damage too much. They were using it actually as a staging area for the Red Cross, and of course no rodeo was going on or anything was happening because of the rains, and it of course made a real mud bog of everything around the grounds, so nobody was going in or out of there as well. So it did take a little while. It washed away some of the track and a little bit of that, so they had to do some more maintaining and bring back a lot of sand and put it on top just to get it going again, so that was back in shape. And it's an ongoing thing. It's not Calgary's track, so it's a small town track, so it's not as perfect as Calgary.
Our special guest this week is the co-chairman of the Guy Weedick Chuckwagon Championships here in High River, Alberta, Blake Willard. We'll continue with our discussion with Blake right after this important message from KMC Sales.
The World Pro Chuckwagons are not racing this year, but that doesn't mean the WPCA's inventory of unique souvenirs and clothing won't be available. In fact, merchandising manager Ken Melvin has a full line of 2020 items for you to choose from.
We brought in a real cool sweatshirt Actually, it's screened with embroidery across, so that looks really good. We've got this, which we're keep on going from last year. What I've got on, we have two styles. It's a plaid shirt.
From ball caps to new ladies and men's jackets, WPCA merchandise is made to fit every size, every taste. Spoil yourself this year with your favorite items from KMC Sales, including the classiest belt buckle you'll ever wear and a Kurt Bensmiller men's or ladies watch. And don't forget your 2020 Spectator Guide, just $10 this year. Or with orders over $60, you'll receive your very own copy free. Place your orders today online at kmcsales.net.